Hello, this is Dr. Hugo Gonzales, clinical psychologist. Thank you for joining again to our YouTube channel, Insight. Today, we are going to talk about depression. We are going to try to answer what is depression from the psychoanalytical perspective. So from psychoanalysis, depression is going to be understood as a very complex psychological phenomenon. And with its roots in unconscious conflicts, unresolved emotions, and early life experiences. Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis, and his followers developed a unique perspective on depression that has influenced the field of psychology and psychotherapy. So we are going to just talk today about some of the key aspects and key elements of how we can conceptualize depression from the psychoanalytical perspective. The first issue that we are going to take into account is the presence of unconscious conflicts. So psychoanalysis is going to suggest that depression can arise from unresolved conflicts within the unconscious mind. So these conflicts often stem from early life experiences, particularly related to the relationship between caregivers or significant figures with the infant. So it's all relational. So feelings of loss, abandonment, or unmet emotional needs during childhood may contribute to the development of depression in adulthood. Another element that is going to be part of this process is the unconscious guilt and anger. From psychoanalytical perspective, we are going to place emphasis on unconscious guilt and anger as major underlying factors in depression. Unresolved feelings of guilt and anger, whether towards oneself or others, can contribute to a sense of worthlessness, self-blame, and sadness and shame. The next element is going to be the loss and mourning. Loss and mourning in psychoanalytical terms is a response to real or symbolic losses. This loss could be related to an actual death, the loss of an important relationship, or even the loss of certain aspects of one's identity or desires. So depression can be seen as a prolonged mourning process where the individual struggles to let go of what has been lost. Next, we are going to talk about the introjection. So this concept in psychoanalysis refers to the process of internalizing the characteristics of significant others, especially during our childhood. Individuals who have experienced significant losses or emotional conflicts may introject negative qualities or attitudes, leading to feelings of self-loathing and low self-esteem. Next, we are going to talk about regression. So depression from the psychoanalytical perspective can be viewed as a regressive state in which individuals retreat to earlier, more infantile ways of functioning. This might involve withdrawing from social interactions, neglecting responsibilities, and experiencing a general sense of apathy. Next, anguish and despair. Psychoanalysis distinguishes between sadness and what Freud called melancholia or severe depression. Melancholia is characterized by intense anguish, self-reproach, and a sense of hopelessness. This emotional state is thought to arise from unresolved unconscious conflicts. In this process, and next is going to be the defensive mechanisms. In response to the overwhelming emotions associated with depression, individuals may develop defensive mechanisms to protect themselves from consciously experiencing the underlying pain. These defenses can include repression, which is basically pushing distressing thoughts out of the awareness, denial, pretending that it is not happening, and intellectualization. Next, we are going to talk about transference and repetition. Transference is the process of projecting feelings onto the therapist, and this can play a significant role in treating depression. Repetitions of patterns from past relationships in the therapeutic relationships allows for the exploration and resolution of unconscious conflicts that contribute to depression. So it is important to note that psychoanalysis provides a valuable insight into the underlying psychological factors that are going to contribute to depression. And it's a long-term process, and it's also an exploratory process in which the client is developing, with the help of the therapist, new insights regarding the unconscious processes that may be causing the anxiety. So when treating depression from a psychoanalytical perspective, we are not just looking at the symptoms that the person may present. We are trying to get to the root causes of the depressive process. Once again, thank you for being with us in this program, Insight. Looking forward to see you soon.